Hi, welcome to the Veterans Radio Show. My name is Tammy. I'm your guest host today, standing in for the amazing Dolly Rivera. And I have a great show for you today. I'm super excited, something that we don't often get to do. We are going to hear from the Veterans Chamber CEO, Joe Molina, and he is going to share with us just what's going on, give us an update. We're so often busy spotlighting all the wonderful organizations that are working with our veterans and veteran community. And the opportunity today to hear what's going on with the chamber itself is really exciting. So I would just love to welcome Joe Molina.
Well, thank you, Tammy, for the introduction. And I'm very happy to be here and kind of give our audience an update of the new programs and how things are moving along within the chamber and all the different partnerships that we are developing and the different projects that we are basically bringing forward. And what I would like to, if it's okay with you, what I would like to start with is with the new program. This is a contract with the state of California to provide funding through the Veterans Chamber for employees that are in California. So employers can provide training to their employees at no cost. This is a zero cost to the employer. The money is basically, like I said, tell people the money is in a bucket, and all we have to do is basically provide the training, and then the state pays for that. And the chamber is a contractor, basically a funding source to manage, coordinate the funding for those employees for that training. So we put a call to trainers out in the world that they currently have. Maybe they have a client, a company client that they are providing training to, and maybe the company doesn't really want to pay for the training, or they're kind of evaluating that. So this kind of helps the trainers offer their service, their training service, their training program, and be paid by the chamber instead of being paid by the employer. So it's a really cool and unique program that the state of California offers, and it has offered for years. And it really does make a big difference because, as you know, training, corporate training could be expensive. And companies pay a lot of money for a lot of training. So the state of California kind of offsets the expense. And I mean, this, where the money comes from is really through the state, by the state, and for the state. So it's a really cool program that the state has developed and continues to support. The way we do it is, we try to make it very simple, and we pay 100% of the cost of the trainers. So whatever trainers come in, they're registered with the chamber as a trainer. And the trainers can be supervisors of their own companies. That's totally fine. They just register with the chamber in order to get paid. And also companies who provide corporate training on their own, they just register with us, and then we pay them for conducting the training. Again, we cover 100% of the cost of the trainer. There is information on our website and an invitation to people who are employers, HR, which they are the ones that usually do the training and development, to contact us and let us know that they are interested on providing training to their employees, and then we move forward with that. Besides paying 100% of the training, we also take care of all the paperwork. I said, it's a government agency, so it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of red tape. So, but because we have a team that actually handles that for the employer doesn't really do anything. It's very easy. We make it extremely simple. We remove all the barriers, remove all the obstacles. So the employer just basically says, yeah, we want to do it. And then we bring the team forward to help them go through the process, getting all the approvals from the state, and also do the reporting. So at the end of the training, there's reporting that needs to be done about the trainer, about the training, outcomes, and that kind of stuff. Again, we handle that. Our team handles that, and that's a huge load of employers back, so they don't have to worry about that. They don't have to know whether they're doing it right or not right. We handle that, so it's a huge plus.
So I have a question. I'm not. I want to make sure that I heard you right. Did I understand that an employer who already has a training program that where the HR, I think you said maybe the HR director or a supervisor who does training, that they could register that training through the chamber and have that paid for through
Correct.
those funds?
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So in the other have a program, and this really brings back funding for them to either want to compensate the HR person or the supervisor. The money that they're compensating for the extra work that these people are doing comes up from the funding that we have, and then we pay them. That's so it doesn't go on their payroll; it goes into our payroll, basically. Yeah.
And then also, are there specific? Well, I mean, do you have an example of maybe some of the types of trainings that, and does the chamber actually have trainers that do these things, or can an employer find their own trainer?
Whichever is easier for the employer, we can put a call for the type of training that the employer wants to do, and then we hire the trainers, or then the employer may already have someone who does the training for them. They just like him. He's been doing the training for a while, whatever it is, then we just pay the trainer. Yeah, so it's up to the employer to decide who wants to do the training.
Wonderful. And then what are there any industry specifics, any specific industries that you're working with, or that it can just anyone apply, or?
Well, that's a really great question. So yes, we do have industries that the state supports. So we have manufacturing, we have IT, which is under communication, and we also have agricultural products or services. So we support farmers, we support wholesalers who do who work with the farmers, canning companies, any type of food manufacturing. So if you were to put manufacturing on top of something, like someone is creating baked goods, cookies, and that's their business, they qualify. If they have a farm and they're growing tomatoes, they qualify. And or it just a manufacturing company that producing parts for cars or parts for autos for the aerospace industry or any of those industries, as long as they're manufacturing something, robotics or whatever, they qualify. So any industry that is under manufacturing qualifies for our funding.
Wonderful, wonderful. And this is just so interesting. So how does someone get connected with you about this program, and either an HR manager or someone working, could an employee contact you? I mean, if they were interested in that, or?
Oh, absolutely. So they can just send an email. That's the easiest way. They can send me an email, and then I can reply to them and give them the links of the websites that they can sign up, or the forms that they can sign up. And that form is just simple, a request of who they are, type of trainings that they want to do, how many employees that they're planning on sending to our program. And then we start the motion and getting them registered with the state as an employer, and we start the training. It's really that simple.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And so I was also curious about, I heard that you recently have been doing some courses um, regarding the Housing for Heroes program. And so I wanted to hear about that and hear what's going on with that. I think with the County of Riverside, I think you were doing that, right?
That is correct. So under the Housing for Heroes program, there is we kind of work with individuals in two different formats. Individuals who are looking for a property that they want to live in, but they don't have the money to pay for rent. So that is called the voucher program. And if they are veterans, it's called the VASH program. So if they're civilians, is the Section 8 voucher. And if they are veterans, is the VASH voucher. And the both programs.
VASH with a V?
That's with the V, yes.
V, okay.
Yes. So, and that's for veterans. So, but the county manages all this. So they contact us, say, we would like to, one, help the residents of the county who are already in this program and learn how to become self-sufficient, learn about credit, learn about savings, learn about starting a business. So all these things that are critical for someone to stay self-sufficient. And so we participated with the county to do that. And then also but we also have a shortage of landlords. We don't have enough homes. So I said, well, funny you say that, because we also provided a course for landlords who want to work with the county and become Section 8 landlords or VASH program landlords. And we teach them how, the benefits of becoming a landlord with the county, where to get the tenants, how to get the tenants, how to filter, how to screen, how to evaluate if there's a good match, and help these landlords create programs. So people, they're not just living in a place, but they also participate and build it as a community. So, and that creates more ownership on the part of the tenants, and then also prepares them to move forward into other ventures, because maybe some of these tenants see the value of helping other people, and they want to become owners of a facility like that. So for those people, then we do the third step, and the third step is helping them qualify for a property with zero or no money, under programs that are focusing, and they do the lending based on the potential rents of that property. So the qualification is not on like the individual, like my credit, it's on the qualification of the area and how much those rents could be. And so they become basically part of the landlord program, which they learn how to do all that, and we'll help them with learning how to work with the county from the other side of the desk, and then also the different financing options, and also getting the certification.
That's amazing. I mean, it sounds like it's a very holistic approach, because it sounds like it's not just helping veterans who might need a place, right? Which that's amazing, right? But that's something that's so important to us and part of our DNA here at the Veterans Chamber. But then it's also helping people step into home ownership and even micro business. I mean, that's kind of amazing. Sounds like it's kind of covering all the bases.
And that's kind of our, like you said, part of DNA. That's how we do it. So it's about veterans helping and working with the communities, and continue to serve from veteran to community. And that's the whole idea surrounding this project. And also, I know we're running out of time, but also would like to mention that, so one, that process, those 3 steps are done, whether they're a tenant or the landlord, or they were a tenant and now they want to become a landlord. That's the Housing for Heroes program. But we wanted to also add something that the veterans can help communities. And one of those things was the down payment assistance or the mortgage assistance program, which is probably the topic for a different show. But I just would like to say that the down payment assistance program is a program that is offered by many institutions, many organizations that we also work with and we're familiar with. But we provide something that they do not. So we don't evaluate credit, we don't evaluate anything like that. So there is no barriers for people getting assistance. As long as they're homeowners, they can get assistance. But also, if along the way someone is a homeowner and they're having difficulties making the rent, making their mortgage payments, then we come in with a similar program, which is called the mortgage assistance, and we give that individual a monthly stipend, whether it be $800, $1,000, $1,200 for 12 and up to 36 months, every single month, to offset that gap if it cannot make the payments. And that also comes in as a very reasonable way. We really don't look much at qualifications. We just want to make sure that the person can actually afford the payment, and a very, very simple qualifying criteria.
And so is that something that then they pay it back at the end of that time frame, once they've gotten back on their feet?
Well, that's a good question. So there's 2 ways that the owner can decide to pay, either interest only payments or equity based payments. And equity based payments, like there's no monthly payments at the end of the 36 months. Then at that time, once they are basically more stable, we kind of work with them to get to that point, or they just want to do it on their own. At the 36 months, they can either get a separate loan, get a what we call a HELOC, or a equity advance, and that's how we get paid.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it just helps you through the hard time. And
Exactly.
in California, especially where I am, the property values are always going up. So, which is part of why so many people need help getting a home anymore. So
exactly. And what we have is we do have a lineup of people who are willing to invest or to support. I won't call it investment, support people who have a temporary need. So they basically rely on us to say, hey, we have a homeowner, a veteran or non-veteran, we have a homeowner who needs assistance. So they basically pitch in and start helping this homeowner again every month until the homeowner say, hey, 24 months, I'm good. So okay, so then they start making the payment based on that.
wow.
And it varies depending on the amount of money that they need, but way cheaper than a credit card, way cheaper than they call it home mortgage agreements. Those are very expensive.
Mhm.
So, and again, they can just wait until the term and just pay through the HELOC or an advance, or they can say, no, I really want to make small payments along the way. That way, there is no balloon payment. They can also do that.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, that's amazing. So, well, I know we're just kind of finishing up. So, how can people get in touch with you about that last program?
Well, two very easy ways. One, and probably the best way, is an email. Just send me an email. I review the emails that come into the chamber, and then I direct them wherever they need to go. But just that's the easiest way to do it. You can also find me on LinkedIn, or you can go to the website.
Okay.
but the email is the easiest one.
Great. Great. Well, thank you so much. It's been so wonderful getting that update and hearing about all the amazing things that the Chamber's doing. It's a great organization to be part of. I'm very thankful.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to do this and to kind of provide an update. But again, the Chamber is involved in different projects, so happy to kind of bring this to the forefront and let people know how they can also collaborate and participate with us.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll have to do this more often because it sounds like you have so many things going on. We want to make sure that our listeners are aware of what's going on and the things that they can get involved in and the things that are available for them to advance, to advance their cause as they're out trying to impact their communities. So,
absolutely. Yeah. And collaboration, that's really what we like to do.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Joe. Have a great day.
Well, thank you very much and look forward to the next one.
Okay, thanks so much. Well, thank you again, everyone.
My bad.